Okay, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. So we just listened to that song, and again, I loved it first listen. This is one of these songs I just love at first listen, and with such a strong dun 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 da 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 da. That's really strong. That's why you can play that, and the song continues and continues. You can build on that, and layer on that. So let me just say about this track. Again, I loved it. First listen. There are a lot of things that this track reminded me of. First of all, it made me think back to some of the early days when I was exploring music, and I think this music is a bit inspired by Japan. I wonder if they've heard of Japan, but you know, Japan influenced other bands, especially Duran Duran. Duran Duran couldn't have happened without Japan. I believe, anyways. And for a lot of my life, my earlier, I didn't like saxophone until I heard Japan, and then Duran Duran. Instead of, and now I'm not. It's cool to hear it with the Mars Volta because I like saxophone, the way they used it, and I guess you could say they kind of used it in the sort of jam bandish almost. Near the end of this little track, there's a lot of kind of jamming going on. It sounds like a sound collage. I loved the what the keyboards were playing and the feel of the keyboards. It seemed a little more important to this song than some other songs. They in general they're kind of a guitar-based band, I would say. Heavily relying on just the trio of the rhythm trio. The drum, bass, and then guitars, and keyboards happen here and there. And I think they rely more on guitar effects for atmosphere than keyboard. Some of the lyrics are really cool. Humans as ornaments, help the shovels that bury me. I like these kinds of lines that just sort of hover and stick with you, rather than a song always just being about this verse and that verse, and this rhymes, and the third line rhymes, and the fifth line rhymes. It's a different approach to lyric. I guess they call it a stream of consciousness, maybe, or there's maybe you can mention in the comments below what kind of how you would kind of call these lyrics. And so yeah, I really enjoyed the instrumentation, the bass play, the keyboards. The vocals were great. The effects, lots of swirly sounds, but not too much. It doesn't. Again, they know. I feel, to me, it doesn't feel it's overdone. Even though there's so much going on, somebody who's used to just regular, boring old top 40 music might say, "Oh, that's really freaky, man. It's weird music." There was a single mic in a room kind of sound for the drums instead of miking every part of a drum kit separately and mixing them all. It sounded like there was an emphasis for part of the song on just the room. You don't hear the direct sound of drums right next to your ear. You hear them first reverberate through the room, and then it filters down to your ears through the room. That's really fun. Omar is a great producer. I like his sense of creativity in his production, and it never is boring, which is it's very spontaneous kind of sounding, but cohesive. We're ready for the next track. The next track on the album. This is really fun to listen through, and if you're following along, if you haven't, if you came in the middle of the album here and you want to start from the beginning, I will put a link down in the description box for the playlist for reacting to the Mars Volta, and you will see there the uniform look of all the thumbnails. Will help guide you by album by album. I've done the Francis the Mute already, and I'm going to continue this one, and I'll probably do others, although I'll probably take a break after this one. I've been really getting into Tool, and I want to get back to some more Tool and some more Muse, and there's other bands that I really want to explore. There's so many great bands I want to explore. So let's sign off for now. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button and help out the channel. And if you want to PayPal me a coffee or whatever, or a tip, please do. I'd appreciate it. And the link is down in the description box. It's very easy. PayPal.me/Dean Wolfe. And then you can send me a couple bucks for coffee if you want, and I'll appreciate that. And thumbs up for that. So talk to you all later. We're going on to the next track now. Bye now.